Ну що ж, будемо продовжувати Alan Wake? Добре, давайте гратися. Щоб потрапити до Кенсбері Стріт. Ага, ось прохід.
Someone was humming. Was it worth the risk to go see who? I had written books about Alex Casey for years. Something lingered here. A line from a half-forgotten story. Hello?
Oh, hey, Alan. You snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met. Tim Breaker. We've shared notes. Hey, I've made some progress on the map if you want to take a look. Still haven't found my mystery man, though.
Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a mystery if I knew. All I have is a name. Warland Dorr.
The talk show host?
No. No, that doesn't sound like him.
Це не
The
складно.
guy has many disguises, but a talk show host? No. I'll keep looking.
You're making a map.
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream, though. I keep ending up in unexpected places. I find interesting things like those strange markings that react to the light, but never the one thing that I'm looking for. Feel free to check the map out. Oh, I've been stockpiling supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash, take anything you need.
I appreciate the help.
Мапа. Мапа пітьми. Цікаво.
Oh, that's my crazy wall. I'm
Хто, де, чому, який мотив, чому я?
Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
Я був в морзі, збирався передавати докази ФБР. Дор привів мене сюди, у цю промарну реальність. Чому? Втрачений час, нічого не пам'ятаю досі. І завжди тут опиняюсь. Я все забуду, коли вернуся. Викрили. Прибульці, Дора, нового, багатогранники, сни. Я іначе не я. Я знаю інших, чому вони відрізняються. Руда жінка. От. А це той якийсь зник. Ага.
See you around, Alan.
Бувай. Батарейки ще чудово. Добре, зразу що мені туди. Так, а куди стрілочки там вели? Ще батарейки, чудово. Драбина є. Націльте ліхтар на спіраль. На яку спіраль?
There was something hidden here. Light would reveal it. A phrase repeated over and over. The words resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Слова сили, щоб посилити в яких можна кімнати письменника. Так, слова сили. Слова ремонту. Слова ремонту. За кожну секунду використовуємо підсилення проти ворожих тіней. Шансів 25%. Повертаю заряд ліхтаря, так. Цікаво. Десь ще стрілку бачив. Ага, вона просто мене сюди вела. Ок. Ну, слова ремонту це кумедно. Угу. Якийсь прохід відкрили. Добре. Світло від машини треба забрати. Угу. Є дрить їх тут. Ідіть до дупи. Ви не зрозуміли привіди. От сюжету прямо мозк палить. Ну, є таке. Оп, стрілочка кудись. Сюдись. Не сюдись, а кудись. Ага, ось. Слово зброї. Не витрачаєте патрон, збільшує силу відкидання пострілів з дробовика. Ракетниці. Ну, невитрачений патрон це клас. Чи можемо ми відкрити двері? Можемо. Добре. Там ще на горі щось було. Так. Пішов. І це точно не це. Ну добре, я не бачу, що тут ще може бути поки що. Тут наче драбина була, ні, не тут. Ага. Вони повернулись сюди. Десь тут я ще драбину бачу. Ось вона. Відлуння. Налаштуйте відлуння, що це має на увазі? А,
Said he was a monster, poised to tear into you the second you let your guard down. You thought you had it tamed, that you knew what the hell you were doing. Your last mistake, unless you got lucky. And you didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at the wrong time, let your mind wander. And the fire escape that was meant to be your getaway route was gone. It was never there at all. You'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. The city was coming to finish you off, and there was nowhere left to run.
цікаво. Ніц не зрозуміло, але дуже цікаво. Можу сюди зістрибнути? Не можу. Але тут вони тусуються. Я, до речі, зберігся насправді. Але вже ладно, граємо. Оп.
The gates to the platform were closed. I had a ticket.
У мене був квіток. По факту він дійсно в мене є.
Something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more.
Я не можу його забрати звідси. Ага. Не дає мені. Окей. Добре, не можна, так не можна.
Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
Відлуння.
Something was here. A vision about to reveal itself. I needed to look at it from the right angle.
FBI agent had come here before me on the trail of a murder cult. He'd gone missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow, connecting the dots from one murder to the next, inviting me to draw an obscene picture on the city map. Caldera Street Station. The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
I had a flash of inspiration. The ghost of my fictional detective. A story thread I could use in my writing. I had a location. I had a story thread. I would put them together, write them into my story to create a path deeper into the dark place.
Добре. Переписати реальність.
Things clicked into place. The story rang true. I was making progress. The dark place reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
Кек. Оце я розумію. Not in service.
The Fed had glimpsed into the maw of darkness. It swallowed him whole.
Ну,
The
проковтнули
tracks
його.
led into the tunnel. That was my way forward.
Повністю.
The blood trail continued deeper into darkness.
Оп, ботик, вітаю. Місце злочину. Ёп. Ёп тебя.
The sound of that.
Мені також не подобається. О, збереження чудово. Фу. Я б їм за таке по дупі надавав. Ну, місця вони прям чудово обирають. Їдуть. Далі не пройти. Ага. Знайдено слово допомоги. Радіус дії ефекти сигнальної збільшує долі дії знеболювальних засобів. О.
The tunnels were a maze. The blood trail led me on.
Ага, ну тут світло треба.
Another place to use in the story. I needed to search the tunnels for further visions. Inspiration for the story that would lead me deeper.
Перейди до робочої дошки.
I had a new location for the story. I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed. The federal agent had come here looking for answers. All he found was a fate worse than death.
Bad luck to be on this case. The cult can get you anywhere with that black magic shit. Let the day shift handle it. What happened, anyway?
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap. A satanic blood sacrifice.
Anyone who gets involved with the cult, they're next. I heard their leader is this famous writer, Alan Wake. Their unholy motherfucking messiah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Цікаво. Тут є світло, яке ми можемо взяти собі. Нічого. Куди ще нічого більше тут нема.
Another echo lingered here, a source of inspiration.
What do you know? Word is, your research can help me, ma'am. What do you know?
There's more than one urban legend about the cult of the word. The murder cult used these tunnels for their ritual sacrifices. They say the cult reenacted the murders in Alan Wake's crime books. That Wake was even involved somehow, under a false identity. Mr. Scratch, which is, of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Робоча
I
дошка.
had a new idea, a new story thread. I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Так. Ти паскудник. Це було неприємно.
The water was gone. The way forward was open.
Ну такий собі way forward. М'яко кажучи, на двієчку назвемо його. Прибиральник?
Hey,
Ronnie.
Alan. Tim Breaker, in case you don't remember again.
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
How's your search for Mr. Dorr going?
It's not great. This dream we're in, putting a lot of roadblocks in my way.
The sketch you have does look like the Dorr I know. The talk show host.
All I know is the door has something to do with what's happening to me. And he knows that I know. He's like some sadistic mastermind torturing me.
Мучить мене.
So
Це
you
може
think
це
this is a
сон?
dream?
I'm not ruling it out. You know, my dreams have always been incredibly vivid. They feel real until the second I wake up. In the dreams, I'm often someone else. A different person with a different name, living a different life in a different world. It's alternate realities, maybe.
Цікаво.
But certain things don't change. Like door.
Чисто за місце. Сон здається, що наче все нереально. Пустота майже все усюди скрізь. Отже, Нью-Йорк – шлях до інших місць. Ланцюг – дуже добрий посередник. Не намагається кудись потрапити усюди. Дор, ворота, портал, порт, отвір, доступ, вікно. Та ми це вже читали. Це свіженька мапа. Може тут у тебе є якісь припаси, там я не знаю. Щось таке дійсно є. Є нічого. Угу. Аж ціла пуста кімната. Кайф. Порожньо. Не налякаєш, я був готовий до тебе. Паскуда, а от тепер налякали. От це було неприємно. Що це їх?
The memory is fading like a dream. I must hold on to it. I remember an awful beacon in the darkness, a scene of a ritualistic murder site in the subway tunnels. Is it a previous draft of my writing? Must be. I've been trying to shape the dark place around me, but so much fades away. Even my memory of the process, washed away by dark waves. But some things remain. The darkest, nastiest elements, like the murder site. It's my goal, a stepping stone to travel deeper to escape. Write a narrative that takes me there. Casey will lead me to it.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Продовжувати за культом.
I should look at the plot board to figure out a way forward.
Зараз.
I had a new idea for a scene. Changing a plot element in a scene without being there was impossible. The scene changed with the story. The cult poured the gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
Здається, я щось нове не зробив. Яка в мене тут сцена? Агент ФБР. Це в зруйнованому тунелі треба було зробити, так? Відлуння.
Go on, ma'am.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The cultists track down the torchbearers living in the tunnels. They lock the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, douse it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found.
Взагалі цікаво, наскільки в мене тут
It was
різноманітні.
locked from the other side.
Як я можу змінювати? Ну, виглядає, що це все одно це має бути.
The new
Тунель.
story beat fit the story perfectly. Hello? Anyone there? Dead.
Ні. Тобто я можу прямо змінювати. Вау!
A sick and twisted
А це круто.
but it worked.
Ахереть,
Subway
як
car
це
had become
круто.
a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Ну це прям дуже круто. Це настільки круто.
None of this was real. It was
Який жах.
fuck me.
Ну, це по факту. Це ще той мій факт. І тепер я можу змінити сцену там, так? Вот.
I should look at the plot board. Keep the story moving. I had to be at the scene to see.
Угу. Так, стоп, почекайте. Тепер я можу.
The plot changes shape the world around me.
Угу. Ти також закритий. А ну. Тобто я можу і з того боку змінити, так?
Changing a plot element in a scene without...
А, тобто я не в сцені тут? Ага. Вони кудись показують, я не розумію, як сцену тут перемкнути. Мені щось тут треба зробити. Добре, побігли поки вперед.
Figure this out on the plot. I needed to find the answer on the plot board. I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
Розшукати культ.
My path was blocked. I had to find a way through. The lights would help me.
І я повернути не можу. Вот. Привіт, Хардо. Щось запутався. Я таки не поняв, як я тут прийшов. Зрос. Ні, це забирає. Двері відчинились якісь.
I should work this out on a plot board.
Ну. А, стоп. Все. Світло не можу взяти? Можу. Я
I was
тут
sure
є.
the plot board had the pieces I needed. The echoing hall had a story to tell.
Не думаю, що це цей випадок.
The
Ah, ось
missing I had
кінцево.
found was important for the story.
Все. Я тупив. Треба було це раніше зробити. І що?
My writing was affecting reality.
Але ці штуки не змінились. Та відійди гуляй. Павло, вітаю.
I had to be at the scene. The hole had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
Ну все, нема в мене ліхтаря.
The cultists were close now, a dark presence rising from the depths.
Розповідь той хто. Ну, а то що мені робити? І що? Розповідь, ну. А, ось відлуння.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
The ritual was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
У мене ліхтаря нема. Який виклик? Може у вас є зайвий ліхтар? Вейк, так. Це я. Ну а... Хіба я сьогодні не бачив, що громадяновий. Ага. Де я ж світив на тебе? Та скільки вас тут? Це до побачення телебачення. Фу. Чому я не здивований, що ти тут був?
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Typical Нью-Йорк. Ну знову ви всі повилазили, так? Ось іще той живий, так. Ну кажу, хоча б батарейки після себе лишали. Ні же, жадібні, жадібні. А куди ти мене повернуло? До потягу. Значить, на нового. Ну так, тут того. А куди мені? Завершити ритуал у зруйнованому тунелі. Це сюди. Оце я так завершив, розумію. 11 з 10 дверей.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Так, а тепер питання. Може тут змінилось щось? Де я ці двері відкрив? Я тут їх наче відкрив. Ага. Все я зрос. Здається, вони зависли. Ну ось же вони. Угу.
The dark presence. I'd seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, haunting me.
А, це як ми вилізли з озера? Ну так.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key. Something had shifted. I felt an overwhelming closeness to home. An FBI agent? Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
Трішки виносить мозок.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Той, хто перше слово написав, розповідь не закінчить. Промінь світла його налякав, бо тінь не дасть відпочити. Третє око пільнує, треба ніч спланувати. Так, ритуал існує, прийшов той час писати. Цей ритуал це ритуал, що поведе тебе, твої друзі зустрінуться з ним, коли тебе не буде. Угу. Окей.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
Цікаво. Ми знову в метро.
The station had changed. I was closer now.
О, зброя. Де мені? Що ти так підлагуєш?
I couldn't add a new element from here. I'd have to go to the scene.
А, це хіба не кальдера? Це ж кальдера. Ну ок.
Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Hey, Alan. Thank God he picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
Shit. Ну, пішли до Parliament Tower.
Monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Знов все жінки псують, чи що? Чи я не зрос? Йопт. Мара. Ініціація.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Дідько. Нащо таке робити? Просто щоб сфотографувати людину, кого вона...
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice.
Підбір фото для виставки плакатів.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Його маленька така квартирка.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Я взяти її не можу. Окей. Відео, збір доказів на екранах. Головна ціль пітьми. Частина перша.
Alice's memory card.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist.
Це незручно. Як стати, щоб її видно було?
We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was
Вітаю, новенький
that
ботик.
Alan made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people
Вітаю, ще один ботик.
the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Так, зараз ботиків поблокуємо. Бан. 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 Угу.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Ядрить. О, дідько.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the dark presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the dark place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the dark place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Як же вони синхронно цю каву п'ють?
Mr. Wake, Alan, we've seen our share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
Цікавенько, цікавенько.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Дід, це божевілля, його так забагато.
I feel bad for these guys.
Овенів люблю трогати, капець. Хто любить трогати олівенів, плюс в чат.
Have you ever heard of the cult of the tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author. Ring any bells?
The cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something? Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa.
Чи навпаки.
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Заводів перемикачем. Ох, я багато чого біля озера не знайшов. Куль дерева. Що тут? Маскачу. Культ працює. Попереднє вбивство.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
Closed. Story.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Чому це не роман про кохання? Ну так. Так.
Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the cult of the tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew a weapon.
Трейлер. Так, справи.
The cult of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this.
Цілі. Уотері, поїхати до Уотер. Ага.
It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Промикатись мій Алана і Сарі через вікно кімнати прибиральника. Грайте в тому порядку, якому ви Ага, тобто ми можемо... А що це? Змінити реальність? Вау! Макс Пейн ще тримає планку, так.
I was back. I wasn't able to escape. The dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt... I would write a new draft of initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out.
Я хотів не так, я хотів просто подивитись. Я що знов проходжу? Я нічого не розумію.
I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the Divine,
Давайте подивимось.
we have created something very special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, but I like to call this next segment Story of...
Ага, і ось тут я можу перемкнутись. Ага. А зберегти що можна.
We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
Що коїться? Чому я не можу? Ага. Тепер можу, мабуть. Ну, я хотів би зіграти одненьку за дівчинку, а потім вже йти далі за Аланом.